flame over to Bear Ghrylls. The cherry picker is coming back down to pick her up now. Maria Espinosa is an interesting character. She's Mexican and she won the women's plus 67 kilogram category in the Taekwondo at the Olympics in Beijing back in 2008, and she's hoping to do so again in London. She's carrying the flame now. She's been kitted out with her helmet. She's carrying the flame now, and any second she's going to step into that cherry picker, which will take a couple of minutes to get her up to meet Bear Ghrylls on the top. The flame is shining, it is firing brightly as she steps into that cherry picker, and I hope she's got a head for heights because she's going to need it. As I've said a couple of times before, once she gets up there, she's going to be roughly 200 feet above the River Tyne.
I think we're going to try and go to our reporter who's on that side of the Tyne for us, just gathering some responses from the crowd gathered there with a very good view indeed of Bear Ghrylls. Here's Adrian Pitchers.
Yes, and the crowd are just on the edge of their seats, if they had seats, on tenterhooks, because we're only seconds away from Bear Ghrylls taking that torch right down into HMS Calabria to be greeted by all those scouts. He is, of course, the chief scout. I'm sure he's done some daredevil things in his time, but maybe nothing quite as daredevil as this. And, of course, the torch is being tested in all sorts of wind speeds, up to 50 miles an hour. It was actually tested in BMW's wind tunnel in Munich to make sure that it doesn't blow out. So a simple glide down a zip wire onto the Gateshead bank of the Tyne will probably be a breeze, if you'll excuse the phrase. And of course, it's being tested down to temperatures of -5 as well. We don't have that problem here. The sun is out, the rain has stopped, and people are very, very excited. There's almost a hushed silence here as people wait for the zip wire moment.
Well, I have to say, it's a fantastic scene here down at the quayside because it looks a bit like a mini Monaco at the moment. We didn't expect to see the amount of boats that we can see.
And the crowds there on the Newcastle side are really remarkable. I think, we've also got a bit of a crowd behind us here for the show, but frankly, the main show is Bear Ghrylls going down that zip wire. It really is going to be a fantastic moment. See that Olympic flame?
Yeah. Are you jealous at all? I quite fancy doing it.
You said beforehand you didn't fancy doing it.
I'll say anything on today.
I know.
Bear's waiting. You can see him anxiously looking down the bridge there, waiting for the torch to be brought up to him. And at that moment, they describe it as the kiss, don't they, where the two torches connect and one lights the other. And then, of course, the big question is, look at that, there it is going up in the cherry picker, and it should make contact with Bear Ghrylls soon. And then, of course, the big test. Will it stay alight? I'm sure it will, because this thing really doesn't have a reputation for going out. It's remarkable.
No, it doesn't. As Adrian was saying, there is a report it's been tested in Munich, in BMW wind tunnels. It's been up at the top of Snowdon. It's been through some pretty torrid conditions. Just today, actually, in Northumberland, it's not been the best of weather. It's been windy and wet. But I think we're very, very close to the kiss moment. Mary Espinosa, Mexican gold medalist from Beijing in Taekwondo. A very proud moment for her, and indeed a very proud moment for Bear Ghrylls. The most unusual kiss I think we've seen in this whole torch relay.
It is indeed. In fact, that torch apparently weighs something like 1 kilogram, and I gather it's quite heavy after you've been carrying it for some distance. So it's going to be quite cumbersome for Bear there, but obviously he's a man well used to man-handling rucksacks and the like, so I'm sure it's within his capabilities.
And on the other arm, he's got a camera, which hopefully we should give us some great shots as he zips down. We are very, very close, I think, to them. Obviously, health and safety, but paramount importance. Massive crowds on the banks of the Tyne.
Yeah, and he's having a look there. He must be very nervous indeed. And I think we are approaching that moment now. He looks confident, bound to, really, with his experience.
To be honest, he looks as cool as anything, doesn't he?
That's a good shot of the torch, actually, designed on that triangular shape. Respect, excellence and friendship, the three cornerstones of the Olympics.
That's right, and of course London hosting the Olympics for the third time, 1908, 1948, and now 2012. And the three focuses really of the London Olympics: culture, education and sport. So lots of symbolism there.
That's the shot from Bear Ghrylls' wrist cam. Look at that. So he's doing it very well indeed there. Look, he's going to be... He's connecting up now. I can't imagine. I hope he's not going to do it too quickly. We really want to relish this moment, don't we? And the crowds want to make the most of it too, I imagine.
Absolutely.
And it's come in relatively on time. Now, Anik, last night, the torch came in with Lewis Denny, our 16-year-old runner there, who was fantastic. Did a double shift on the run, brought it in bang on time. But I have to say, this is slightly more complicated.
This is
Here
it.
we go, stand by.
Wow. Hold your breath.
It's just like Everest there. You can do it.
I'm not sure what he's saying, we'll find out later, but I think he's ready to go.
Here we go!